once again, Steve Carell and Emma Stone delivered in the indie department. Battle of the Sexes is a story of Billie Jean King versus Bobby Riggs, a tennis match from 45 years ago, but has every bit of relevance today because of gender equality and the message it is trying to tell, also about LGBTQ rights. I'm going to go ahead and say spoiler alert right now, but this is going to be one of my rare reviews where I go full into spoilers, and that is only because this is a biopic for something that happened many years ago. This is very well documented. So I won't go too deep into the story, but there will be some minor things that I touch on that'll be like, oh, spoiler, sorry. Um, but uh, this was a very, very fascinating movie. I think because I was not alive at this time, so I had no idea what this was going to be about. Except for the trailer, I was like, "Oh, it's going to be a tennis movie. Okay, cool, cool. All right." Um, I saw the Oscar buzz around it. Emma Stone just won an Oscar. Steve Carell won an Oscar a couple years before. Um, so I saw the Oscar buzz around this movie. I'm like, all right, I'll check it out. I like all the actors involved in it. I like the sport, and I think it will be a very, very interesting film. It was a very fascinating movie uh, into the lives of both Billie Jean King and I just said his name too, Roger Briggs. Um, oy, it is late, and I've been watching so many movies. Oy. So, and I like the fact that we go into both characters' lives and we see both characters. That way, neither one is Roger is not Bobby Riggs is not a bad guy per se. He's just trying to make money, and he says that multiple times. He says it in interviews. It's like, I'm just trying to make money here. You know, I love women. You know, and he's just, I just want to make money. That's what I want to do. I want to play tennis. I want to make money. Good on him. Good on him. He wants to make money. Sure. And it's all an act. Everything he does is an act. It's great. Steve Carell was a perfect casting for to play Bobby Riggs. He uh, he did just a great job with this. I really hope they give him a nomination for Best Leading Actor. I don't know if he'll win that. I really don't. I doubt it. But uh, but yeah, I really hope he gets a nomination for Best Leading Actor. Emma Stone, definitely give her a nomination for Best Leading Actress. Possibly a second win for her. She does deliver a very, very great performance, strong performance from her in this movie. One of her best works I have seen from her, other than La La Land. I love La La Land, so and it was better than Moonlight. I'm going to say that right now. La La Land should have been Best Picture of the Year. Moving on. Watch La La Land. Moving on for real this time. Um, One thing that I found very interesting was with the final act, the actual tennis match between the two. And I swear it is a very interesting way to do it. They do it exactly how it was done in the actual original television broadcast, which you can actually find on YouTube, they get, and I find it interesting that they don't actually, um, you don't really see the actors that much because of the fact that, you know, they got an actor for the male commentator who does most of the commentating throughout the match. Yeah, that was his voice. Um, and it was very close to the original TV broadcast. So very, very fascinating on how they do that, because they do it with the act when they're showing the match almost exactly how it's done. And so there's no music. There's no epic music because she's winning, because you know she's gonna win. You know she's gonna win. It's well documented that she won. So we don't have this, and it was actually, I watched the original match because I was like, did they do it? I was like, is that how it happened? And that's how it happened. Um, Bobby Riggs did not really have any strong. He kept her on her toes, but, and they showcased that, but he didn't. He didn't win that match. He really didn't. There was no moment where it was out of doubt that he was gonna win that match. He was gonna lose that match. There was no moment. He lost the first set. He got crushed in the second set, and then the third set basically went to him. So, or he just lost. I mean, so it's like, and so the movie captures that accurately. The problem I have with it is a movie. And in the final act, you're supposed to have tension. Tension is supposed to be there. But I feel like it's a shift from the tension being on Billy King, who we've been following the entire movie. The tension now shifts to Bobby, who, as it's commentated, he's become the underdog. People are starting to root for him. People are starting to cheer for him. Because they want him to win. They really do. A lot of people there wanted him to win. And they were disappointed because they lost a lot of money. The odds were not in Billy King's favor. So I will say this. That's basically my only complaint about the movie, really. Uh, Other than it's slightly too long because there's a lot of fluff in it that could have been taken out. It takes a real long while to actually get to the match, but I understand why. So that's not really like a nitpick. It's just more like I think shaving 15 minutes off of it, make about an hour and 45 would have worked for it. So, but I really enjoyed it. Very charismatic performance from Steve Carell and Emma Stone. Great supporting performances from Sarah Silverman and the chick that plays the lesbian lover, and just a great ending, great powerful message in there. It fits in today's society still. Great story, uh, you know, and just a really fun tennis match because, and I'll say this: if you're going into this movie to say, "Oh, this is gonna be a sports movie, it's gonna have an epic final act with music and Rudy reference," but no, no, this is tennis. This is tennis. Tennis is a very quiet sport, so I will give the directors credit for capturing tennis, a sport that I really enjoy. I really enjoy playing tennis. So I must say, this was exactly what I expected. And I'm actually very pleased. I was like, well, actually, it wasn't what I expected, but it's what I wanted. And I'm very pleased with it. I'm very pleased that they actually captured tennis correctly. They did it correctly. They didn't do anything weird or epic. It for the average moviegoer, it's gonna take you out of it. You're gonna be like, "What?" You know, because it's literally done through a wide shot too. It's done through a wide shot. It's the so yeah, and it works. It really works. So I really enjoyed it. I think it is one of the better films of 2017. I definitely see it getting nominated for Best Picture of the Year. I don't know if it'll win, but I definitely see it getting nominated for Best Picture of the Year. I see it getting nominated for Best Adapted Screenplay. I see nominations for Carrell and Stone coming in there, and I'll talk more about that in my Oscar predictions video coming out in a couple weeks. So, anyways, I will give Battle of the Sexes an A. Thank you for so much for watching, guys, and if you like what you see here, like and subscribe below.